That's rich.
Morgan, you make a huge distinction between being rich and wealthy. Can you walk us through the difference and why it matters?
I think if you are rich, that by my definition, that means that you have the money in the bank, you can buy the things that you want. That's rich. Wealthy is independent. It's money in the bank that you're not spending. It's investments that's sitting there, not being spent, but it's giving you independence. It's giving you financial independence and psychological independence, where you can live your life in your way without chasing what you think other people want out of you. The Vanderbilt family was the richest family that the world had ever seen. Back in the 1800s, Cornelius Vanderbilt, if you adjust it for inflation, he had something like $500 billion was his net worth. And some of the other very wealthy families, the Carnegies, the Rockefellers, did a pretty good job at giving most of their money away to charity. The Vanderbilts basically said, we're going to give it all to our kids and our grandkids and our great grandkids. And the biographies that came from there of those Vanderbilt heirs would show, I think, without exception, that every single one of them was miserable. And to me, the most interesting part of the Vanderbilt family is that by this point today, virtually all the money is gone. There are a couple of Vanderbilt heirs that have some money, but the first Vanderbilt heir who got no inheritance, no trust fund, was Anderson Cooper, the CNN host, who I'm sure
Hmm.
most people are familiar with. And Anderson Cooper has talked about this, that being the first Vanderbilt heir who didn't get much money was probably a good thing person in his career. Not that he's had a perfect life, but he's probably one of the happiest. And I think that is, again, like if you look at the richest people, because the Vanderbilts were the richest people in the world and they had no wealth by my definition. They had no independence. They had no ability to live their own life. I think that's the difference between rich and wealthy.
It all comes back to, what are you actually using money for?